Final day here at ICCC. How are you guys feeling?
Great.
Yeah?
Oh,
A
excellent.
little tired?
Exhausted, but
Yeah.
ready for more.
Oh, yeah. The wallet's taking a hit this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. You got to work overtime to make it up, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit,
Yeah,
though.
just...
I think it'll be okay. I think
Yeah.
I'll be all right. It's worth it, though, especially when you see stuff you want on that floor.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth taking those whole 4 days to come out here and just, get the deals. I mean, today's the deal day.
Right.
Today's deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Today's when we go out there and negotiate.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be shrewd about it.
Yeah, we're going to have to, we do a farewell at the end of the day. We're going to have to see what kind of deals y'all
Right
got
on.
negotiated down. I got a couple I'm eyeing today that I'm going to try. We'll see if I'm
Yeah, you might have to pay me to come back up here because I'll need the funds.
Just to pay Scruffy the gas money to get home.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that's right. Yeah, I'm going to have to arrange the drop-off so that I can get into the garage before I see the wife. Drop a few things. Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Scruffy, the dependent
See,
one.
so I bring a cooler and a lot of my own food, and the plan was to finish it off today, dry out the cooler, stick everything in the cooler, and then just put the cooler in the garage when I first get home, and then wait till she goes to work tomorrow, the next day, and then unpack everything.
As good as that plan is, I'm having all my stuff shipped to your house.
And
Well,
you'll
see,
come
we
get
can
it
play
little
that.
by little.
We can play that.
Hey!
Welcome.
John, how are you, brother?
Morning.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
with
Derailed.
John Pico just walked into the podcast room and threw us off for a loop.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing onesie. I have the same one.
I don't see
I'm not
the
brave
cereal,
enough
though.
to wear it in public, but oh my gosh.
Juicy. Right. Right.
Well, we got some amazing podcasts coming up on the stage today. We're going to go do some toy hunting. We got some good guests at the end of the day to look forward to. But, so with all the guests we've had so far, they've all been amazing. We've had some good stories up on this stage. A lot of background stuff that we didn't know about, especially with the ILM people. They were awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the whales?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That shocked me.
Yeah, as soon as they said bird of prey in the water, I was like, that's Voyage Home.
Yeah.
Right? Like
It's amazing.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah, sorry, we mentioned it. We said it on the stage.
No.
Listen here, you Kirk loving Spock sucker.
That's Scruffy's favorite one.
That is. Yep.
You hawk the Trek, Scruffy? Yeah, you do. You're a closet Trekkie.
Our goal
Don't
is we have to
start.
make at least one Star Trek reference every episode. Just to annoy Scruffy.
Not a Trekkie. And I bet he is. See, the ones that deny it the most, they're watching
Yeah.
the
Yep.
reruns the most. So
Yeah.
closet Trekkie.
It's okay. You can come out of the turbo lift. We'll still love you. Yes, we will.
Well, that's an interesting topic. What outside of Star Wars do you watch? Sci-fi wise. Let's keep it sci-fi since we're at a sci-fi convention.
Oh, what have I watched?
I mean, I like Trek. I like Star Trek. So.
Orville. Yes.
Oh yeah,
oh,
gotta
the-
love Orville.
the
Okay,
better Trek
Galaxy
than Trek.
Quest.
Right?
Galaxy Quest.
It is.
It is
Yeah.
though.
That is very.
Scruffy, do you want to come up here and share a mic? Come on up here.
Bring your chair, Scruffy. Bring your chair. Now I hear they're working out a deal to make a Galaxy Quest TV show. Did y'all hear
Really?
that?
I heard
Yeah.
some rumor about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know how
hope
true
that's
that
true.
was. I hope so, too.
Galaxy Quest is more Star Trek than Star Trek. So,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I love those stuff. Anything outside. I love Jurassic Park. I sorry, Scruffy. I love Star Trek. Not as much as Star Wars. Star Wars will always had the place in my heart.
Yeah.
I don't like the TV shows, but I do own all the movies. I do love the movies.
Okay.
You can't, yeah.
Get closer.
Get closer. I don't watch the TV shows. I don't
Okay.
watch TV shows, but I do own all the movies. I like the movies. I even love that awesome masterpiece, the motion picture.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
V'ger.
Yeah,
So-
don't go there because the original is pretty good. It's better than the Acolyte.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you there. Yeah.
No.
Those are fighting words.
Voyage Home. Do you
Uh-oh.
like the?
We're being threatened from the audience.
So back onto the question.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of Apple TV, and Dark Matters with Joel Edgerton was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a good show, right? And
Yeah.
And Foundation was okay. I didn't mind Foundation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Dark Matters was pretty good.
Did y'all watch Rebel Moon at all?
No.
No, I haven't watched that.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't waste. Your
So, so my question about Rebel Moon is, why do you do a Zack Snyder cut of a Zack Snyder film? What's the point of that?
I think he just wants to make the terribleness longer.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, and, you know, it's very disappointing because Zack Snyder's made some really good movies, and in the past. But I don't understand the Rebel Moon thing. It was just watching Nazis, pretty much the entire space Nazis.
Space Nazi.
Which
Yeah.
a lot of people say the same thing about Star Wars, but it's not as obvious. You watch
Right.
Rebel Moon; they're wearing actual uniforms that look like Nazis.
Oh,
So it's really
little Easter egg there.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin it
they
for you so
modeled
you
them
don't
after-
watch it.
So they modeled them after the new New Jersey State Trooper uniforms.
Mm.
If you've seen those.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Science fiction coming to real life.
Oh.
I gotta be real with you. I didn't watch the second part of Rebel Moon because the first part was so horrible. I was like, I just can't subject myself to the second part of this. So I was just curious if any of y'all had watched it.
No, I haven't
That's
seen it
good.
yet.
Good for y'all. Y'all,
No. Yeah.
you
nope,
saved
skipped it.
yourself. But see, now you're gonna go home and watch it in spite of me, and you are gonna
No.
love it. He's gonna come back. Scruffy's gonna come back and say Rebel Moon's the greatest Star Wars film that's ever been made.
No, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna watch it.
just because it has the word moon.
Yeah.
Now, don't fall asleep like you did trying to watch The Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh
Now this
yeah.
Oh, you had to bring that up.
Oh, yes, I did.
He beat me to the punch because that's where I was going next.
Oh,
You're fine. No, it's absolutely.
Hey, going back to the question, Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Which though?
Both.
Yes.
We're big fans of the reboot.
You like the?
Yeah?
I've
Oh,
only
yeah.
seen the reboot,
Yeah.
so I
Okay.
didn't watch the older version. So
I mean, obviously the original is the original, but yeah, no, we're big fans of the reboot. I think just it's a great piece of TV. I mean, it really is, and the fact that they got to finish the story,
yeah,
that alone. But the acting was good. The cast is great. I mean, I didn't mind the changes that they made to the characters. I think Katie Sackhoff killed it as Starbuck. I thought she did a great job. Really.
yeah, man.
That's good.
But yeah, it was gritty, dirty. It was just a great show altogether. Music was outstanding.
I read the original. I read the Marvel comic book. I read a lot of them, not all of them, but that was my intro to Battlestar Galactica. And I didn't even read it until the reboot came out because I wanted to know what I was doing. But the story, they were two different stories. I mean, it was similar,
Yeah.
how they started and everything. And then the reboot started with a movie, right?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
miniseries.
Miniseries. yeah.
Miniseries.
Four,
Okay.
miniseries.
And then it went into the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
I was
I'm
gonna bring
watching
that
that
one
right.
up.
I'm watching that
Yeah.
right now.
I started watching that recently. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, tell me about it.
I'm on season 4 right now. Yeah, and so it's an alternate history type of show. So it's basically where would the space program have gone if the Russians had landed first on the moon,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and then it kind of goes from there. So
What streaming service is that on?
Apple.
Oh, the one I don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I'm telling you, Apple's killing it. It's I got rid of everything but Apple and Disney, and I'm even thinking about getting rid of Disney from time to time. So Apple is really killing it in terms of production.
It
Well,
is
now I
consistent.
can't get rid of Disney because Hulu and ESPN have joined it. So it's now I'm like, all right, well, I have Disney Plus because Hulu and ESPN are on it. So
well, Apple's on my list of things to stream to this winter when I got nothing else to do because I don't like going outside in the snow.
yeah,
And I'll binge watch all that here this winter.
maybe if we keep saying Apple, they'll drop a dime,
Right.
like in
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
GoFundMe
Okay.
or something.
Bring it on.
Apple,
How
Apple,
many
Apple,
more
Apple,
times
Apple,
can we
Apple.
say Apple.
Oh man. No, on the original question though, I'm into Back to the Future. I've always loved that trilogy. I think it's one of the greatest trilogies from the 80s of all time. It's so original, and it's the third one. A lot of people complain about it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I loved the Western part of it.
Yeah.
It brought a whole different genre to that science fiction comedy that they had going on. I thought it was awesome. Every part of that movie.
Did y'all watch the movies that made us? Did you see where it was? Who was the other guy that was almost filmed for Michael J. Fox's?
Eric Stoltz.
Yes. Stoller,
Thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. I was actually. They did.
Isn't that crazy? And he's a big name too. So you're kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange how they just went. Over that.
I just read the other day that I guess Leah Thompson, who played Lorraine, hated Michael J. Fox for at least a month into the filming because of what they did to Eric Stroll.
Wow.
And she had so much resentment even though it wasn't him that did it, of course, but she felt that resentment. She had to do a lot of warming up to him because she had that resentment because of all that. They filmed all this stuff and it's poof.
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
But that's Hollywood for you.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think it's funny, I'm sorry to mention it, but the Flash movie where they kind of make that kind of joke about it. No, you mean Michael J. Fox, right? No, Eric Stoller. Who's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a strange thing, and the funny thing is, I heard about this from Tom Wilson, who played Biff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know, but when they're in the '50s diner, when he gets punched, that's still Eric Stroll. That was not Michael J. Fox.
What?
They didn't use that take. So
No,
if you
I didn't know
pause
that.
the movie, you'll go, When it's towards his back, but you can tell it is definitely not Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
It is Eric Stroll.
I did not know that.
Now,
Yeah.
All
So he's still in the
it's,
movie.
Marathon this week. Of,
Right.
Back to the Future. To catch those
Right
little
on.
tidbits. So Back to the Future. Yeah, were you? What were you thinking? That there was a time, a rumor where they were thinking of rebooting Back to the Future.
Well, they won't do it now. That's for sure. Because
no.
Zemeckis came. I think it was either Zemeckis or Bob Gale that came out as long as I'm alive, they're not touching Back to the Future.
Both of them have pretty much said that.
Yeah, and I think that's good. I think the original trilogy is good. Could they build on that? Maybe, but I wouldn't want them to ruin it. I think it's something you let it be and you don't touch. I think it's just such a good trilogy.
Oh yeah, man! If you were ever going to do anything more, it would have to be a continuation.
Yeah.
And it would have to be such an amazing story viewed by the public before it, or a little bit of the public before it became to the big public, or it's going to ruin your studios.
Absolutely.
Because it's perfect already. It's
Right.
there's
Yeah.
nothing about it that you have to change or update.
Yeah,
It would be like rebooting A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. It just shouldn't be done.
Yeah, that
No.
was the sequel trilogy.
Oh, that's right. Force Awakens. That's right.
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
Well, you see that HBO's already doing it with the Harry Potter. They're like, you know what? Let's just reboot Harry Potter, even though we just spent $4 trillion on the movies in the past 20 years.
Why touch them?
Why?
What are you going to do that's going to keep the same cast overall? Overall, most of them.
Yeah.
Over all those movies, that's almost virtually impossible to do.
Yeah, and why, when there's so much outside of what is already done that can be done?
Yeah.
Why touch that again? That doesn't make sense. to me.
It doesn't. It just doesn't. I think they shouldn't touch it. But hey, they're Hollywood. We're not.
They're the ones spending the money. So
Sure enough.
losing the money.
Losing the money.
Good point.
That is a good point. That everyone's doing it too. Not just it's Marvel, Disney, it's HBO, it's NBC. They're all losing money right now because they're trying to cash in on things that we don't want, that they think we want, and they're not coming to the public and asking us what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Oh, they're just going to create one more cop show or one more military cop show or a doctor show. And game shows. Who said that? Someone said that you did. Yeah, they're just going to come up with game shows and reality shows because those are cheap to make right now.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that kind of stuff. It's right now it's creativity's out the door. 80s was the king of creativity. like everybody had an imagination, and everybody was given a chance to use their imagination to create something for us to grow up on. And I think that's officially dead.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't want another NCIS Peoria?
Oh, Pyongyang, NCS. Pyongyang. Yeah, no, I'll pass. I appreciate
I want
it.
NCIS Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, that would be interesting because how bad
Yeah.
Detroit is.
They'd
right
be like, you're all getting transferred to Detroit? Hell no.
Well, on that note, we're going to bring our opening to a close. We have a lot of fun to be had today. Last day, all day long. Come on down. There's still signatures to get. There's still loot to be bought. Come on down, find it with us. Come meet us, shake our hands. We're going to go out there with you. So come on down. Last day. We'll see you here.